finally made it.
I wonder what Helganquil civilization was like at its zenith.
I can imagine that'd be something you'd take an interest in.
There's no question it must have been advanced, like none either world has ever seen. We could surely stand to learn a thing or two from such a people.
I get that you're itching to delve into its history, but we've got bigger fish to fry right now.
Put a pin in it, and you can do all the research you want when you retire.
I can think of worse things than a retirement dedicated to research. As for whether Rena is amenable to an aging specimen...
It's a little early to be giving it serious thought just yet.
A man can dream, though. A man can dream.
Oh, we didn't say there's anything wrong with dreaming.
In your case, Dohalim, dreams have a habit of spiraling into something else.
You'll need to stay with us for now, though. You're too helpful to let retire.
Why do I feel this is less of a compliment and more of an ultimatum?
Just a friendly suggestion.
Looks like we've warped into that pit of astral energy.
Helganquil!
Guess they don't need their Red Woman disguises anymore.
Wait, can you understand us?
It's no use. We're not going to get through to them.
So they really are being controlled. In that case, we've got no choice.
I knew there was something off here!
They're not pulling punches. We have no choice but to beat them at their own game.
Take it! Pile driver! I'm not done! Ignite!
No
Here I
dawn
come!
shall break this
No
night.
escape!
It's
over! Double demon bang! Damn it!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
There you go, Alphen!
It's time to end this battle!
I'm right beside you!
Megasonic thrust! Penguin drop!
Take this!
Now, Law, get toasty!
Bird strike!
Alphen.
I can't forgive them for what they've done, but I hate killing them. They don't even know why they're fighting. How does that even make them any different from the Dahnan slaves?
Perhaps. However, if we don't make a choice, the guilt of not doing anything will be that much worse.
Yeah, I know. I hate for it to be like this. But if it happens again, you won't find me hesitating to act.
I wonder if we're going to get attacked again.
If we lose heart now, this whole mission is over. We have to stay the course.
I thought there'd be more dirt and rocks and stuff underneath the hollowed ocean, but it's all artificial.
I would imagine they're remnants left behind by the Helganquil, seeing as there's little actual land remaining.
It's incredible. Do you think it stretches all the way down to the center of the planet?
Hey, these guys built Lenegis, remember? They probably did this in a weekend.
If they had the power to create things like this, did they really only use those immense capabilities to serve the Great Spirit? Or rather, was that the only use the Great Spirit let them use their capabilities for? We haven't seen anyone here except Helganquil. Looks like this place really is their home planet.
The true citizens of Rena. What a shame that they have become nothing more than puppets to the Great Spirit. To think of the promise their accomplishments once held. They had the potential to be great indeed.
Do you think we could have got along with them? You know, if we had met under different circumstances. Like
all of us, you mean? I suppose it's difficult to say for sure. We don't even know if they would see us as being on an equal level with them or not.
I think we may have had the chance once, before the Renan Great Spirit came along and changed everything.
You and Alphen both share an optimism. A strong willingness to believe in hope.
Do you think that's foolish?
On the contrary, I should like to take a leaf from your book myself. In tragedy's aftermath, hope is all we have.
Just look at the size of that thing. The Helganquil's technology certainly is impressive. And they don't seem to do things by halves either. In the past 300 years. No, even before that. Just how many people, Renan or Dahna, do you think have ever seen this?
Regarding the past 3 centuries at least, I'd say there's a good chance that we're the first. Also, while I get that it's impressive and all, I'm just amazed you're still standing around gawping at it at a time like this. Sometimes I wonder about your priorities.
I can understand where he's coming from. More to the point, does anyone know where it leads?
What do you mean where it leads? To the center of the planet, of course.
And that doesn't strike you as sounding just a little bit, oh, I don't know, far? There has to be a quicker way to get there, right?
Yeah. With all this technology at their fingertips, it seems pretty unlikely that they'd make that kind of journey on foot. There must be some kind of device somewhere. Let's see if we can figure out how to use it.
Borrow one of their contraptions? You're either brave or out of your mind.
If it works for them, there's no reason it wouldn't for us. Why make things harder for ourselves?
You know what he's like, Law. Once he gets an idea in his head, there's no talking him out of it.
A 6-armed giant. Is this the Zoogle from the request?
It's not only alive, but completely uninjured.
We'll just have to see for ourselves if it's really as ferocious as they say.
Get lost! I never fit!
Sword Rena Alpha!
This is gonna need all of us together!
To be let free!
Far enough! The flashing parts their weak point! Lightning raging cascade!
Infernal turret!
Lunar corruption! Dance in the wind! Air thrust! A whirling searing flame! Reload! Winds of heaven!
Take this! It's wide open!
Won't escape me!
Yours to be let free!
Annihilation! Here!
See what I can do!
I'll do it!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
A whirling
Take
struggle!
Sword Rena
Winds of
Alpha!
heaven!
I'm not done!
Riot, look here!
It's over! Double Demon Fang! Sword Rena Alpha!
Thrilling performance.
Demon Fang!
Such unadulterated
Watch
fury.
out!
You're mine!
Another!
Try harder!
First aid! Chinese supernova!
Take this!
Try harder!
Armor won't save you!
Shine! Radiant light! Force of regeneration! We've got him on the run!
Don't get caught!
Right.
In here!
Still anyone's fight!
When you're dead, Dahna, then tonight's meal is on you.
Keep coming!
Breathe lantern!
Elusive deity!
Feel!
Getting fire! I'm not done!
Far enough!
Sword Rena Alpha!
Can't get out of this. The fluidity of your movement is simply incredible.
Art expert coming through! Tidal wave! Dance in the wind! Not on my watch!
Heal my wearied companion.
Do it! Lightning astral energy! Full throttle!
Well, we beat it in the end.
Let us harvest what we can use and take it with us.
Built for the sake of it and then cast aside. How sad.
I wonder how the Renans avoided being mind-controlled like the Helganquil. Do you think it might have something to do with the fact that they were originally Dahnans?
I'd say it's likely, which is pretty ironic when you think about it.
Ironic?
The Renans have committed grave injustices against the Dahnans. But it was all of their own volition, not because they were being controlled. Now, it turns out they themselves were once Dahnans too.
Which must mean that the root of their evil isn't the Great Spirit, but something inherent in all of us. Our free will.
Now hang on, though. It was that same free will that allowed Shionne and Dohalim to choose to fight alongside us. Without it, we wouldn't have been able to beat hatred and forge all those connections we've made. Free will is what saved us, right?
Law's entirely right. In any case, it certainly can't hurt to look on the bright side every now and then.
Yeah. Where there's hope, there's a way.
What'd he say?
He said, without a doubt.
Always good to be back in familiar territory.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
Hey, Alphen. Yes.
Let's see what's going on around here.
Yeah, there might be someone who could use our help.
Again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey!
Got it.
Very well.
This is the Basim training ground.
Hey, isn't that a Hellcat quill?
Is it some sort of prototype?
Whatever it is, it's a real tough customer. You picked the wrong fight.
Can't get out of this!
Take this! Sword Rain Alpha!
Anything in armor is online!
Rhapsody of Darkness!
Between heaven and earth.
Seismic rupture!
A wailing energy of lightning! The water is here! Far enough!
Demon Lash!
Turn away!
Seismic
Sword Rain
rupture!
Alpha!
Resurrect
The
them!
flame inside me yearns to be lit!
World!
Ether!
Elusive
thrilling performance.
Arc Steel!
Can't get out of this!
Razor Cyclone! Not in your dreams!
Ready and ready!
Annihilation!
Sword Rain
I'll
Alpha!
smash you! Begin!
I'm ready! Remove!
Astral Energy!
Say no more! Your ball!
Astral Energy!
Double Demon Attack! Sword Rain Alpha!
I'll grind you into dust!
This will come in handy.
Rhapsody of
Blah,
Darkness!
blah, blah, tangent.
Burn!
Crossblade! I can do it all day!
Rending you apart! Bloody howling!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Take this! Can't get out of this!
Cyclone!
I didn't think you had it in you.
Focus! Congratulate me later!
Nothing much I can say to that.
Double me! In an instant! Impact Block!
How about it?
Yeah. Huh?
Hey!
Watch it!
Oh, wow!
Seriously? Seriously?
Hey! Hey, she's pretty cute.
Who are you looking at? Quit gawking and let's go.
Ow!
We're a pretty lethal combination, aren't we?
What can I say? I had a good partner.
Yes! Yes! Very nice.
Seriously, what do they take us for?
Research subjects, just like everything else.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
That Zoogle seems intriguing.
That's all you have to say about it?
Gotta break through!
Violence starting
Burn in hell! No further! Take this!
Our body slam us into next week!
Denied!
Annihilation!
Can't get out of this!
By the
Anything in order is all mine!
That'll bring you down!
Let's
put you out of your misery!
Do it! Shionne, astral energy! Full throttle! Mega
You picked the wrong fight!
Here's a healing arm!
In the soil.
Okay, here I go! Megasonic drop!
They're not playing around!
Take this! Swordblade Alpha! This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind it!
Got it! I'll leave it to you! You're mine!
Leave the charges to me!
This ends now!
Now!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed waltz.
Now! Astral energy!
Say no more!
In a bind?
The flames roar! Burning
Swordblade Alpha!
Resonate with the earth! I never miss! Air thrust! A whirling struggle!
Portal blade!
Engine cabin! Don't mind if I do!
Take this!
Gale force!
In a bind?
Thunder!
Freeze laser!
Swordblade Alpha!
Last city of
I owe you one. I'm not done!
Flight! Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
That's insane.
Yes!
Really now.
You see anybody around here who could use our help?
We can't chase after every little thing.
Really now. Huh.
Is that so?
Well... Is this really a good idea, though?
Are you not the one who wished to reach an accord with them?
Yes, but still...
This will be our last favor regardless. Let us dispatch this ultimate Zoogle of theirs.
We finally made it.
You think we can take that Zoogle?
If you're gonna fight it, I'll cover you.
So this is it! The Zoogle to end all Zoogles!
Its name would certainly suggest as much.
Let's give those researchers the shock of their lives!
Aim for the weak spot.
Explosion! Charge the
Hurricane Thrust! Dahna! Get Umbra!
I never miss!
No wrong!
Got it!
I can carve through
Now's our
armor!
chance!
The fluidity of your movements is simply incredible.
Megasonic Thrust!
Healing circle!
Burn!
I'll be saving
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
Resonate with the Alpha! Stalagmite!
The waters of creation now!
Rena! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
It's go time!
Searing
All
Fire
will
West!
save you!
Reload!
Alphen and Shionne Alpha!
Illuminate the magic is
Watch yourself.
Holy West!
Sense incredible power.
Searing Fire! Reload!
It's on!
I wailing
Bloody Now we're not. Now I can let loose. Sword Alpha! Can't get out of this! Thunderfang!
It looks like you got this one covered.
I'll smash you!
Go
Sword Alpha! Double demon!
I'm nearly done for.
Pierce through!
Illuminate!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Hear the water creation!
Sword Alpha! Soaring Blast!
Leave the charges to me!
Urge malevolence! Magic
I'm not done!
eruption!
Penumbra!
Luna
Sword
fire!
Alpha! Try harder!
Get on in there
Down on the
together!
ground! Here I come!
In a bind?
Struck! Dahna!
If it's in the sky, it's mine!
This one's all mine!
That'll bring you down!
Hurricane
Thrilling performance.
Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down! Confiscated!
Penumbra! Here I come!
Go!
And there goes the tail!
Right, let's do this! Sword Rain Alpha! Stalagmite!
Obtain between heaven and earth!
Soil.
Lunar blast!
Strike!
Sea of lightning!
Sword Rain Alpha!
Seal!
Can't get out of this! This one's all mine!
Let's get you all tucked away!
Ignite!
Mega ray! Oh, violent
Sword Rain
magic
Alpha!
is there!
Sanguine Blossom!
Crossblade!
You're mine!
Handle!
Not a chance!
Split between
I'm not done!
burning! A wailing dance
You're
now!
mine! Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
Yes.
Hmm.
Really?
Really now.
I'm going to put their genius to use in restoring Dahna.
You're weighing recruitment options here, of all places? I admit I'm impressed.
After the help we've given them, it's the least they can do for us.
We finally made it.
Is this a dead end?
It appears this whole room functions as an elevator. That apparatus there is likely what's used to control it.
What the? Where did they come from?
Less worry, more action. Concentrate.
Take this!
Eat
You're
the
right, Alpha!
Your
You're
wings
picking
won't
wrong
save you
fights.
from me.
Here I come!
We don't have firearms here
More
again.
for scoundrel.
Keep calm. Sounds like a job for you. Truly.
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone.
More incoming!
Oh, this one's mine.
Yours to be left.
Victory is within reach.
Dig deep, and we can do this!
Do it.
Further, little one.
Reinforcements.
Shining super
Where are you going?
I'm not
Do
done.
it. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
The waters
Resonate
of
with the
creation!
earth. Still.
You're mine!
I never drop it. Let the marksman handle this.
It's over. Not a chance. Ignite!
We did it. As impressive as always. Now. No, I mean you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Shionne actually look flustered.
You're mine! Crush! Sword Rain Alpha! Chill!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
Step back. This one's all law.
Even in such a harsh environment as this, there are still creatures here?
You think they're native to Rena? Or could they be Zeugles somehow?
Whatever they are, they're dangerous. Watch yourselves around them. You think that pit stretches all the way to Rena's core?
If that's true, then if we go down, we should find the Great Spirit at the bottom.
We could get there even faster if we simply jump down instead.
You sound alarmingly serious when you say that.
These structures don't look like anything built by the Renans, or even what we saw in the Forbidden Zone.
Perhaps this is the true architectural style of the Helganquil. Or perhaps the opposite, given their situation.
You mean like how some places favor building stuff with stone, while others rely on wood?
That's an interesting way of looking at it. I'll have to inquire with Hevrect 35 about it sometime.
What do you think this place was for?
What the hell? Are they asleep?
No, they appear to be well preserved. However, they are all dead.
Dead? So this is a mass grave?
Looks that way. However, none of them appear to be Helganquil.
Bear in mind that Renans were originally Dahnans, who were remade and sent to live on Lenegus. Knowing that, they would have needed a place to perform the procedures somewhere.
And that place is here, I assume.
So what you're saying is that all of these are Dahnan, or rather, Renan bodies?
Most likely, yes. It must have been abandoned for one reason or another.
There are so many of them. They were all taken away, but never given the chance to wake.
What is that thing?
Something we have to fight if we want to get across, it seems.
Be careful! It's huge!
What is with all the huge lumbering beasts lately?
No ordinary Zoogle. That much is damn sure.
Watch yourself. All bets are off when it comes to this thing.
Take this! Now you see what I can do! Elusive deity! Begin!
Standing form!
Resonate with the earth!
It's over!
Awaken and recap!
I'm not done! I'm not done!
No further!
You're finished! Its head is its weak point?
We'll need to bring it down somehow to hit it.
In that case, let's start with the one in the middle.
Sword Rain Alpha!
That'll bring you down!
Execution!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
The waters of
Come on!
I can carve through armor! Demon Blade!
The fluidity of your movements are simply incredible.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Elusive deity! Soaring blast!
I'm not done! The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Solar Blade! Infernal Torrent!
One final push.
Let's finish this off!
I'll do my best not to disappoint.
There you go! Don't let up!
Ready everywhere! Break this night! Won't save you!
Now! Kizara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
The hell was that thing?
Probably something that was made here and somehow managed to survive, even after all this time. Not that there's any way of knowing now.
What's wrong?
Oh, I just suddenly found myself contemplating what might have happened to the sovereigns that were meant to emerge from the crown contests.
What do you mean?
You see, the winners of the past crown contests were all strong astral arts practitioners. Furthermore, that enemy we just fought appeared to be composed of several human bodies. It was certainly nothing one would find in nature.
You're saying those were the remains of the winners? That they forgot who they once were?
I'm merely saying it's a possibility.
That's absolutely gruesome. How long had the Helganquil been at this?
It was Rena's great spirit that made them do all of this. Anything to get its astral energy.
We're not gonna jump down, right?
I certainly hope not.
After hearing Dohalim's suggestion, I'm honestly not sure what to say.
I assure you all, I was merely stating the possibility.
So, looks like the Helganquil have been engineering Zoogles too. Why doesn't that surprise me at this point?
The creatures we've been encountering here have been a little different to what we're used to fighting, but I'm pretty sure they're Zoogles too.
Do you think they were engineered using creatures native to the area?
Indeed. However, based on the current circumstances, I would guess these Zoogles are all that's left of the planet's fauna now.
You mean, there might have been native owl species here once upon a time too?
back in that other room? Did the teleporter fail or something?
Something feels off about it.
Look! Everything's upside down!
The furnishings are, at least. No, you're right. The whole room's flipped on its head.
So what was once down is now up, and vice versa. I suppose the teleporter reversed our orientation then.
Mind if I join you, Law?
So, how's it been going?
How's what been going?
Come on, man. You know what I mean. How have things been with you and Shionne?
I had a feeling it was about that. Well, what about things on your end?
No, we're not talking about me. I'd rather hear about you.
I don't really have anything to share on that front.
Don't be like that. You think I can't tell something's been going on?
Look, I'm not the type to go blabbing about that kind of stuff.
Give me a break. Don't keep secrets from me just because you're a little old.
I'm not that old.
I don't know, man. Lately it seems like you start wheezing as soon as we get into a fight.
That's some pretty big talk. You really want to try your luck with me? What were we talking about before?
It was... well, it doesn't really matter now.
What's wrong? Did I hit your head too hard?
No, man, you don't get it. You're really something, Alphen.
What do you mean?
Just you. How you always indulge me and help me work through my jumbled thoughts.
Do I?
Yeah, I always feel better after being with you. Even duking it out just now helped.
There you go again, making me out to be better than I really am.
I'm not making you out to be anything. You can't stop me from admiring you, Alphen.
You've got strange taste then.
I'm fine with that. I hope someday I can be there to lift you up, too.
I don't plan on getting quite that old anytime soon.
We should go again sometime.
We should. I look forward to it.
Let's make sure to kick ass tomorrow, too.
This place is rather gloomy.
Why don't you lighten the mood for us while we're here, then?
I'll see what I can do.
I guess this is the flip side of that pathway we were walking on just a little while ago.
This is crazy. Who knew such amazing technology existed?
Everything's topsy-turvy and that's all you can think about?
Bear in mind, the core of Rena now sits above us. I pray that we won't encounter many stairs along the way.
What are those? They look like Shionne's thorns, and with flowers, too.
Not real ones, though. They're just like that flower growing out of Rena.
We must be getting close to the Great Spirit now.
Hey, Rinwell, what was that thing you said about how a little bit of Dahna's Great Spirit is inside all of us?
Right. That's why Dahna's Great Spirit is so much more diluted. Weak, even. Whether it was a choice so it didn't overpower others, or just the way it is anyone's guess.
If that's true, then wouldn't it mean Dahna's will could never form under natural conditions?
Yeah, sounds like that's probably the case.
So if Dahna exists within all of us, then what if something occurred that brought everyone's hearts and minds together as one? That unity could potentially act as Dahna's will.
You mean if everybody was, like, thinking the exact same thing at the exact same time? Come on, there's no way we could pull that off.
I know it's a long shot, but it might work.
Let's assume that's even possible for a second. Would it even be enough to fight back against Rena's great spirit?
If nothing else, it might be an option if we can't use the Rena Alma.
Things are different here than on the surface.
That shows how deeply we've ventured into Rena.
And how close we've come to the real enemy.
So here's a question. We came all this way to Rena on the assumption the Rena Alma's here, right?
Just don't say it, Law.
Yeah, but I'm just saying...
I said don't.
I can understand why you might be concerned, Law. But you need to remember that there are people it affects more directly than you.
Oh, sorry.
We've managed to make it this far believing. Losing faith now won't do us any good. We're better off focusing our anxiety elsewhere.
Such as?
The Great Spirit. If Hevrecht 35's to be believed, our enemy won't just be handing over the Rena Alma to us. At least, not without a fight.
Not only that, but that same enemy just gulped down more than an entire world's worth of astral energy.
Point taken. It may be strange to say, but when I'm fighting, or at least know what needs to be done, it helps me a lot. I don't doubt myself as much. So thanks, both of you. The floor's on the ceiling and the ceiling's on the floor. This whole thing's making my head spin. Why would they even do something like this?
The Helganquil can bend life forms to suit their will. Nothing they could do at this point would surprise me.
The ceiling is on the floor. That doesn't weird you out?
What good is a team made up of members who all share the same opinions on everything? And besides, when you get to be at my ripe old age, one begins to consider it quite uncouth to show one's true emotions at times.
Oh, come on, Grandpa. You can't be that old.
The sands of time wait for none of us, lad.
Yeah, we'll see. Though at this rate, I guess I'll have to live long enough to get as old as you first, huh?
You will. And when the time comes, I look forward to hearing you change your tune on the matter.
Hold on to your arts. Here I come.
No escape! Negative, you're finished! Sword blade shattering! Pieces!
Your style is beautiful to observe.
You just watching or what?
No.
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Well done.
Astral
That's my deal. Be careful not to
Shut him
overdo
down.
it.
I'm sorry.
Not much longer to go.
Come on, one final push.
Do it! Let's do this. This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Raging Cascade!
They
Where are you
More
going?
secrets?
Let them keep calm and take them
Your
down.
arts are really
can't get out
incredible.
of
It's
this!
thanks to you I can use them.
Then I promise I'll
You're
always
really,
be here.
really strong, Alphen.
I'm just trying to do the best I can.
Still, do it reassuring to have... This one's got your name on it!
Ash to ash! A merry distraction!
There's still more to go.
Take this!
Who wants to play red?
No
I can do this all day. Back into the...
You're finished!
Bloody hell!
I've been doing really great lately.
The Zoogles here are putting up a real fight.
That just goes to show how important this place is.
Or perhaps they simply thrived freely here under such harsh conditions.
I don't give a damn why they're here. we'll burn it all to the ground.
The astral energy here is so dense. It's like trying to walk through water.
I know the Great Spirit's will is in the center of Rena, but with the world in this state, the entire planet has become its body, right? So doesn't that mean we're already inside it?
I would say that is horrifyingly correct. After all, the further we climb, the denser the astral energy becomes.
What's the matter, Rinwell? Are you not feeling all right?
No, it's nothing like that. It just feels like the energy here is a little more intense than it was before.
You mean Rena's energy?
Yeah, it's like when I made contact with Dahna's will in the wedge. It's almost as though I can understand what Rena's will is thinking.
But Rena's will is supposed to be a lot stronger. Aren't we risking the Great Spirit controlling us if we interact with it directly?
I don't think we have to worry about that. Rena's will is only supposed to control true Renans, like the Helganquil. If we can discern what the Great Spirit is thinking too, we might learn something, a weakness. But just to be safe, let me contact it alone.
Are you insane? Rinwell, you're gonna...
Rinwell!
There was only meant to be one world. And your goal is to make them one. Is this fear? What just happened?
Are you all right? Rinwell? Rinwell, are you okay?
No, I'm fine. I think.
What were you thinking? You could have gotten yourself killed!
He's right. You had us all terrified, Rinwell.
I'm sorry. I really am. But I know now. I know how the Great Spirit thinks. I know what it wants, how it feels. Rena's Great Spirit wants to complete the world.
What's that supposed to mean? Are you saying it's trying to make something?
Yes, exactly. Originally, Dahna and Rena were meant to be one world. But that never happened. They've stayed separated, and the Great Spirit wants to finish the process.
What do you mean, one world? How is that even possible?
I don't know, but its will is clear. That's what the Great Spirit is trying to accomplish. The only problem is that since Rena's energy isn't evenly spread like Dahna's, it seems like it'll vanish before that happens naturally.
So it's trying to absorb Dahna while it still can, so that it can force the two planets to unite. Is that what you're saying?
The Great Spirit is scared. But it's not scared the way a rational person would be. It's more raw and undiluted, like just pure fear.
Like an animal, acting out of instinct. Although admittedly, an animal would be easier to communicate with. At the very least, I have my doubts that it recognizes us as sentient beings with a reason for coming here. Earth, water, fire, and wind energy exist in both worlds, but only darkness and light can be found within Rena and Dahna, respectively. The Renis Alma, as far as we know, the only host capable of harvesting the astral energy, is composed of all six. Knowing all that, Rinwell's findings do sound plausible.
That sounds a lot like Shionne's thorns, doesn't it? The whole reason the Great Spirit is trying to unite Dahna and Rena into one world is in order to save itself. And if her thorns are part of the Great Spirit, then they must also be trying to save themselves?
Alphen, what is it?
We thought the only way to free your thorns was for you to die. Yet despite that, they seem to be doing everything in their power to stop that from happening to you. Something wasn't adding up. But then I just realized something. If the Great Spirit doesn't want to die, then neither would your thorns. Those same emotions, that fear, that determination, and its energy must have been the same thing that was keeping you alive. You were its vessel.
In that case, is that why her thorns caused so much pain to anyone who touched her? Because they were trying to protect themselves?
If that's all true, then... well, it's more than a little ironic.
The Great Spirit merely expresses its desires. I imagine it was the Helganquil who were likely tasked with putting together and implementing an actual plan.
Shionne.
I'm okay. We need to hurry and clean this mess up before it gets out of hand.
Still, even if the current state of the world is wrong like you said, does that really make everything okay?
If the world had been whole from the start, as it should have been, there'd be no Dahna and no Rena, no masters or slaves, no lords, no crown contest, maybe just peace.
To think, all this started because of the Great Spirit's desire to keep living. The only reason it craves energy is because it's dying from starvation. When you think about it like that, maybe the things it's done aren't so strange after all.
If Rena had been more like Dahna, things would have worked out a whole lot better.
It's like Hevericht 35 told us. The Dahnan and Renan spirits are meant to be completely different beings.
Rena's energy amassing in one place led to its developing a powerful will. But that also made it crave energy, sapping Rena dry until it perished.
Whereas Dahna's energy is dispersed, meaning its will never developed to the same extent. And without that hunger, Dahna the planet was spared.
As for which is correct, well, I'm not sure it's our place to even say. Still, I can't help but think it reminds me a lot of the dichotomy of the human condition.
Dichotomy? What do you mean?
Those who know not satisfaction are driven to keep devouring without limit. But those who are content with their lot in life rarely fulfill their potential. I imagine it's likely that the larger Rena's Great Spirit grew, the more and more powerful its hunger also became.
Everything in moderation. When all's said and done, maybe that's the hardest thing for people to learn.
Wherever we go on this planet, there are machines littered everywhere.
It's impressive to look at as a bystander, but I sure wouldn't want to live here with all of this around.
I know what you mean. There are no fish here. I couldn't cook any of my delicious dinners for you all if we lived here.
Clearly the worst point against it.
That's some power you wield.
You're the one who did the heavy lifting.
So those thorns of Shionne's, they're really a part of Rena's Great Spirit?
Most likely, but only a small fragment of it in the big picture. I don't sense a will of its own emanating from them.
If it's that insignificant, is there that much point getting rid of it?
Discourteous, aren't you?
Now you see what I can do!
Pick up! Take it!
Ignite! Megasonic thrust! I'm not done!
Not much longer to go.
Come on, one final push.
Take
Let's
this!
do this together, Alphen.
Nothing gets by me! You!
I never miss.
And ghost you!
Burn!
What?
Sword Rain Alpha!
Strike right! Take this! Armor won't save you!
This one's all mine!
Such unadulterated fury.
Burn in hell!
Do it!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block! We work well together.
Do it!
Finally timed well.
Astral energy! Full throttle!
We're in good form!
My word, this must be the work of Providence.
Probably what now?
It means destiny. I think it's a bit of an exaggeration, though.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit.
I've been thinking about what we discussed earlier. His reasons might not have been pure, but in the end, Dohalim still made Elda Menancia a place where Dahnans and Renans can coexist. I thought everyone would welcome that change, with open arms. I took pride in what we had without putting in the work to truly solidify it. After so much failure, do you think I even have the right to pursue my ideals?
It doesn't matter what I think. You've already found your answer, haven't you?
I know what I want to say, but I can't help but wonder if I'm being selfish.
Everybody makes mistakes in life, Kisara. Everybody. It's what you do afterwards that matters. But you already knew that, right?
Yeah. I won't look away from the world any longer. I'll do my best to confront reality, so that we don't lose anyone else, ever again. More to the point, Dohalim needs someone who can push him forward. I think we both get lost in our sorrow too easily when we focus on the past.
If we see that happening, we'll set him straight. Don't worry. We'll look out for both of you. I have to say though, if you turned out this well modeling yourself after Miguel, he really must have been a great man.
What, you didn't believe me before? I'm pretty sure I've been going on about him since I joined up. If you need more convincing, I've got plenty more stories about him.
Maybe another time.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Rise and shine. We're almost ready to leave.